statement. We'll have to put that up on the wall at the Ascended Masters Club. Anybody disagree with kind of where you see the direction of this going? Anybody saying, gosh, the world's such a beautiful place and kumbaya, kumbaya? Okay. It is a very tough place right now. For a couple reasons we've talked about. It's going very, very fast, faster than ever. Fasten your seatbelts because it's just zooming right now. The changes, the magnitude, what's happening psychically, energetically, what's also happening in terms of research and development and new things coming along. And a lot of people lick their lips, smack their chops, saying, oh, good, a new technology coming, a new type of car, a new type of healing for the body, a new type of this, and it's all coming. It's roaring your way. Most of it yet hasn't come into mass distribution, but it's going to. And you say, that is great. Look at all this new stuff coming. It's actually overwhelming because it's coming so fast. The time it takes to adapt and adjust to a brand new kind of a paradigm shifting technology is causing the human mental balance to start falling apart. And people going crazy. The ones who weren't crazy starting to feel very unbalanced. And ultimately, I guess if you really distill all this, look at the world right now, feel into this, that humanity is feeling more unsafe than ever before. The funny thing is, statistically, you could argue that. You could say there's less wars, there's less hunger, there's less this and that, there's better medical care, better education. It doesn't matter, because if people are feeling unsafe right now, that's what you're feeling. And that it brings rise to things like anxiety, fear, desperation, people doing crazy, crazy things. They don't know why they're doing it, and nobody else knows why they're doing it. It's a knee-jerk reaction to feeling pathetically unsafe on the planet right now. Feel it in your own life. You've gone through that, you've experienced it, but you take away safety. Safety is often contained in the human realms in the family nucleus. That's falling apart right now. Safety is felt when you have a good, reliable government system. Government systems will never be great because it's a government, but sometimes just having one that's stable. Where is that right now? I mean, it's not here in the US, it's not in Europe for the most part, it's not in other parts of the world. Safety is often found in the consolation of churches and religions. You go to church, you've had a tough week, you sit there and talk about how God loves you, but it's a pervert standing up there in the podium. And it's, did I say that? Oh, that was Tesla, yeah. I mean, where is the trust that people once had in the religions? That's falling apart. So the basic fundamental safety nets just aren't there. And what do people start doing? They say, well, I have to become more self-reliant, maybe grow my own foods, maybe own more guns, maybe barricade the yard so nobody can get in, and pretty soon you have proliferation of security cameras and weapons and people stockpiling. And that adds to this anxiety factor that's out there, and it's huge, and it's not yours. I cannot emphasize that enough. I will later, so I will keep emphasizing. It's not yours. You're feeling it on the planet. You've chosen to stay here, and that's what's happening. It's all over the place. People that never had anxiety before, never had problems sleeping, never drank or took drugs to numb the pain, are now resorting to things like that. They don't know where to turn to. If you were a muggle, which you used to be, what would you be turning to right now? Family? Some, not many. Your job? Used to be you could start a job, a career, and you'd stay in that, stay with the same company most of your life, which I don't recommend, but it used to be very stable, and the company was going to take care of you, and they don't now. what do they turn to right now? Well, they turn to things like video games, because you can lose yourself. You can go into this world where you go and blow up other worlds. I don't understand all that, but you go into that digital world, and they go in there. They go to drinking and drugs, of course. Then they go into depression. It's almost like they invite themselves into depression, because in depression, you don't really have to face the true energies. You're in depression. You can moan and groan about being depressed, but you really don't have to face what's out there or what's in here. I say all this, and it's not certainly not a pep talk, but it's a reality on the planet right now. And you need to understand that it is not yours, unless you want it to be. You want it to be, I'm not going to try to take it away, but this is what the planet is going through. And oddly enough, it's all very appropriate. At this incredible time of changing, you're going to see it in technology, you're going to see it in physics, you're going to see it in just every part of life changing so quickly. The way children come into this planet, the birthing process itself, and you're going to see all this, everything change. What were the old stable pillars of life that you could always rely on? Even if everything else was changing, you have these pillars of life that you knew were going to be there. They're going away, and people are desperate. People are desperate. Now,